Привет! Нали уж Влади трябва да е по това време? Ами, да. Привет. Имаш време между срещите за началото на новата игра? О, мен! О, бой! Още се съмняваш, че съм аз? И аз се съмнявам, предвид, че... Предвид, че съм вече цветен. Само едно привет. Колко повече. Каквото кажеш, това ще избълвам. Напил съм се с кръв и съм добил цвят. Не е изключено, впрочем. Така правят адашите ми, съм чувал. Не съм се събудил или... малко да, така да го наречем. Защо тази игра не е на фулскрин? При положение, че тук съм избрал да е на фулскрин. Е моят въпрос. При вас е окей, предполагам, така че за вас няма никакъв проблем. Не, че и за мен е голям проблем, просто е малко странно. Alt и Enter. Alt и Enter. Добре. Alt и Enter сработи. Та привет! Приключихме вчера с Death Stranding. И няма почивка за нашите мозъци, изглежда, защото влизаме от една мозъчкова игра в друга такава. Дори някои биха казали още по. Играта е Диско Elysium, инди, ролева, наклонена черта, квестаджийска игра от края на миналата година, която обра, ако не греша, 4 награди на The Game Awards, така че тя ми е в полезрението от поне година и половина, но не съм и предполагал, че наистина ще успеят да някакси донесат качеството, което така смело обещаваха. Това е първата игра на тази фирма, не са се доказвали по никакъв друг начин, имаха болезнено амбициозна визия за това какво трябва да представлява тази игра и срещу всичките мои очаквания, притеснения и как да го кажа, срещу всичките залози срещу тях, явно все пак са успели. Така че да скачаме, освен. Вие как сте? Откъде я взех тази игра? От Steam. Много е странно, че съм цветен. Това мога много лесно да го поправя. Оп, 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 оп. Липсва ли ви вече черно-бялото? Освен да го върна. И да си стоя черно-бял до края на дните си. Но пък тази игра е доста цветна, бидейки толкова диско. Поне по името си. И якето. Не, то си е запазено за Death Stranding, тъй че като се върнем да изиграем Death Stranding отново, което ще е примерно след 2 седмици, макс, тогава пак. Плюс това карамела изглежда по-добре цветна. Това също е така. Карамела, когато е цветна, и личи карамеленото. Добре, стига съм се офлянквал. Имаме архетипи за главния герой, който, както виждате, е голям фамозен чаровник. Можем да бъдем мислител, чувствен тип или грубокопеле, така да го наречем. Thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done but dumb as a rock. Искаш чувствителен пичага. Можем да си създадем ние собствен, впрочем. И ми е интересно, както във всяка такава игра, да видя как изглежда Character Creation-а. Така. Имаме такава система на point by за статистиките. Явно оперираме с 4 такива. Интелект, Psyche, което е емоционалната интелигентност, Физик, което е физическата сила, и Motorics, което е в общи линии ловкост, така като гледам. Вау! Има ли вариант, в който ми ролва без да използва всички точки? Не, няма такъв. Интелекта му обаче като на Trivium Orca. Какъв ще си го изберем, бе, чат? Това е интересен въпрос. How agile. Би го направил 3-3-3. Имаме ли възможността да го оставим на 3-3-3? Да, това ни е. Да го аджъстваме в течение на играта. Нямам никаква гаранция, че в течение на играта, впрочем, ще мога да го променя по каквато и да е форма. Инстинкта, нали, на RPG играча е, че ще може, но... Average intellect, good psyche. Good physique. Я пак да погледна тези стереотипите какви бяха. Я ще колко са смелите, впрочем. Остават си единици на каквото си искат. Избери някой архетип. Кой? 1, 2 или 3? Thinker, sensitive or physical? Sensitive like you. Леле. С кой не дък ще ти е окей да търпиш? По принцип да. Да гласувате. Може по принцип, да. Така като гледам на колоните към Thinker, така че за момента на там отива... Ти си едно. Как бе, не съм ли чувствителен? Добре. Thinker тогава. Thinker да бъде. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even in the clearest water, they are unknown. Well, let's begin.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Това края на Death Stranding ли е?
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the ex-something? Какви бивши съпруги?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness.
of the meat thing.
Повече осъзнатост на местното нещо. Не, искам да знам. I want to know about the X something.
X love. X tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyssopelagic zone.
Abyssopelagic zone? What the heck? No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Мисля, че това е съзнанието ми, което ми говори докато съм пиян. И това начало ми говори така на много дълбоко ниво. Wait, I did this to myself?
Yes, your one disco mother.
Tell me, what's waiting for me?
There's this giant ball there, in evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
Просто зли примати, които се тупат един друг върху гигантско кълбо. Това е доста добро обяснение за света, признавам. How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're choking it out. It's that large.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking out I keep hearing about, what's that?
Vying for resources is a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
Как така съм се удавил?
You lost.
Oh shit. Първия ни чек. Успяхме в първия ни скил чек в тази игра. Браво на нас. Encyclopedia. The sound outside, you recognize it. It's a Cooper's Kinema motor carriage. А това чат е главният герой. За съжаление, разказвач е страхотен безспорно, но понеже игричката е с доста по-скромен бюджет от нещо като Dead Stranding, например, не всичко е озвучено. Даже по-малко от нещата са озвучени, но когато има, е яко. Я да ви, тази бутилка. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. С тапчето си хайлайтваме всичко наоколо. Доста типични изометрично RPG контроли, ако сте играли Divinity, Pillars или нещо в този дух. Предполагам, че ще си събираме дрехите. Поради липсата на перманентен разказвач, аз ще бъда в тази роля. Предвид колко е вербална тази игра, ще ми се оттели вола, но ще ме слушате. Донейт за дрехи. Сега ще видим какво ще му съберем на миличкия. Empty cassette case. Okay. There used to be tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Ataniar single Smallest Church in Saint Science must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. Окей, полезен предмет. Стара скъсана касетка от 43-та година. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Flare-cut trousers, плюс 1 savoir-faire? А не, минус 1 savoir-faire, плюс 1 electrochemistry. Какво по дяволите значат тези неща? И какво по дяволите е това? Perception. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. Имаме си ключ в джоба. It says whirling in rags. Въртящия се в парцали. On the aluminium key ring, there is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. Това е някакъв хотел. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers. Добре. Някъде до плажа сме. Това е ролплей игра за ранна сутрин след слънчака. Да, пуснах го на Thinker, стереотип. Green shoe, left foot. За съжаление обаче десния още е по чорап, така че ще си търсим десния чорап. Disco ass blazer, плюс 1 Esprit de Corps. Това статистики ли са? What the shit? What the shit? Това са ми статистиките, предполагам. Да. Understand cop culture. What the fuck? Различни аспекти на акъла ми. Тоест тези са свързаните с псайки, тези с физик, тези с моторикс и така нататък. Visual Calculus. Добре. Невероятно бирано коремче, нали? Амбицията ми за 2020 е да заформя такова. За да ролплейвам този герой. Ceiling fan. The fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Да се опитаме да я хванем. Това е нашата вратовръзка. Най-вероятно. Shit. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. Сърдечен удар ли получихме? This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For quite a long time. Still ongoing, now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. You know what you should do? You should stop the fan and then try again. It'll get easier. Sure. А има ли ключ някъде това нещо? You see bottles in the bathtub. Това е. Това е живот. Бутилки във ваната. Какво беше? Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Само поет може да опише колко вони в тази стая. Nice. White satin shirt. Сатенена риза. Бяла сатенена риза. Добре. Не ми изглежда като да има ключ за този вентилатор. The blades come squeaking to a halt. В такъв смисъл pull on the fan. Той е явно от тези, които се изключват от самото такова. Pull on the light bulb. За какво пък може да искаме кружката? A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning, a hole in your brain. Светнахме и главата ни разцепи, буквално. Не, fuck it, ще държим на болка. Bring it on. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good. Shit. Направихме грешка. Нищо, поне да си вземем. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. Вратовръзката ни е толкова грозна, че не помня повече на... Бесило. Не, ще се погледнем в огледалото. Предполагам, че този прекрасен портрет, който не виждате заради мен, впрочем, но изглеждаме ето така в момента, ще се запълни в момента, в който се погледнем. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Чат Макс е бил в тая стая. Привет, Боби. Was this not the same Ellen that found empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, мисля, че се четеш това. Uncaring towards the little things? Probably not, no. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Сериозно, нищо ли не се сещам? Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in, has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking, it was a deluge of world-ending proportions. Да изтрием въпреки това. Да се погледнем в огледалото, чат. Да се изправим срещу горчивата истина. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort! You clearly have you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you will see there, and you will never unbecome it. Това мисля, че ми го казва собствената ми психика в момента. Holy shit. Maybe I should touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with it. Какво по-точно? Where to even begin? There's the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Извиняваме се на носа си и го пипкаме. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it, and it doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either, not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. At least my tongue is okay. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. I'm scared. I want to stop doing this. Don't be scared, it's only your face. It's not like anyone is gonna see it. Добре, да видим. Да видим какво ни чака от другата страна на това огледало. Woo! Behold! Това сме ние, чат. Чаровник и половина. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? I have no idea why it's there. It just is. Please stop, it's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Добре, да се опитаме да свалим тази физиономия от себе си. Oh my god, you can't stop! It's like not even a voluntary thing anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad, has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it. There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now. Супер, и двата чека са ми... Всъщност единия поне имам някакъв теоретичен шанс. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Woo! Haha! It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Какво има общо свободната икономика с изражението ми? Okay. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But, more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Ха! Лол, играта се е бава с мен. Произнесох го правилно. Игра такава. Знам как се чете това първото. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air... Окей, тук вече се отказвам. Някой с френски? Bois de nuit? Somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit, then he made the expression. Тоест сме копирали изражението на някакъв популярен преди 30 години симпатяга и от тогава не сме го сваляли от лицето си? Добре. So I adopted it. Why? Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. Изпитвам нуждата да добавя звук, когато го правя това лице. Да пробваме какво ще стане. The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in the Guillaume le Million's regional mega hit Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Okay. So how long ago was the new? Some 20 odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. Нещо друго, например, кой съм аз и как съм се напил до безпаметност, например? You have some understanding of the near history of Disco. The rest is darkness, aside from the useless fact the moat of the carriage outside was Cooper's kinema. Well, that's that. Взехме мисъл. Гийом Ле Милион. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne cork smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return. Добре, имаме 3% шанс да смъкнем изражението от себе си. Fuck! Не стана. It's too late. Like an image on film, the expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it. Добре. Problem solution. What? Това ни е какво? Енциклопедията ли? Да, май е точно това. Защото тук имаме някакви други термини. Finger pistols 9 мм. What the fuck? Whatever happened to Guillaume Le Million, who, with his amber mane and sparkling teeth, beguiled the tattered remains of the nation? While you suffered and suffered, did he dematerialize in a cloud of cocaine dust? Or did he simply stand in the corner and melt into the slendering new lines of some starlit boîte de nuit 20 years ago? Spare a thought for his great ass too. Oh wait, maybe he became a police officer in Revacol West? What, да не сме това ние? Тук защо има някакви слотове? -1 логика. Head in the clouds. Research time 4 часа и половина. Тоест има някакво време, в което да превъртим тази мисъл през главата си, през което време взимаме някакъв негатив, в случая -1 на логиката като статистика, и в някакъв момент би трябвало да извлечем нещо от това. Поне така предполагам. Все жените са и виновни. Така ли излиза? Тези жени. Ти какво си? Каквото и да си заключено. Кое е това счупено стъкло тук? Broken window. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Кое има навън? The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. Ние сме в някакъв следвоенен свят, така ли излиза? Чрез визуална калкулация. Assess the damage. The shards face outward. Whatever broke the window came from the inside. Ние ли сме си го счупили? A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. Ние не сме ние тези, които са го счупили. Или поне не с ръцете си. It's more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Размерът му? It's too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Охвърлили сме си обувката през прозорец. Do you see the game reviewer's wet dream? Играта не е стримера. Защо не? И двете, картач. Привет, привет. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find it on the other... You can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. Ами ако не съм бил аз? You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? This person also forced the drinks on you. Тимам да си взема обувката. Нов квест. Намери си втората обувка. Hello. Има нещо на масата. Парички. 40 стинки, така като гледам. 40 реал. Предполагам, че това е разменната монета в този свят. Това от радиото ли идва? Май да. Реди някакви... градуси и сантиметри и градове. Whirling... Аха! Това е името на хостела. Тъй. Окей, вече сме напълно екипирани. Готови за действие. There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles. Като две бебета крокодилчета. Как се чувствам с тях? Good, they feel balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. Перфектно. Никога не подценявайте чифт хубави обувки на краката ви. Миризмата на море. От миризмата на море ни се гади. Симпатично.
Hello, officer.
Вау, какъв ентусиазиран глас. Hello, officer. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. 51? What? Ей, да. Нещо трябва да погледна, а именно контролите. Не ги пише никъде. Супер. Мога ли да си правя ръчни сейвове? Ръчни сейвове. Hello? Изглежда, че мога. Класие. Мис Орание Диско Dancer. Поне така го чета това. Малко. Как бихте го прочели това? Звучи холандско. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city. Officer? Am I military personnel?
No.
Тя изглежда доста учудена от нашия въпрос. Тогава защо ме нарече officer, нали, офицер?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Oh! Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
All this time? От колко време сме тук?
You've been here for 3 days. On
3 дни.
official police business, no less.
3 дни нон-стоп пиене. And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Could it be because of the drinking? She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles. She hasn't had the time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age. Вау, това ни го казва нашата наблюдателност. Shit. Too fucking real. Преждевременно устаряваща на 28. Ouch. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. Ouch. Интересна трета опция. Да я пробваме ли, чат? Имаме точно 3% шанс да се опитаме с нашето харизматично изражение да й кажем, че я искаме физически. 3% шанс. Ще ни отреже, ама давай. Повече от 0. Желязна лойка. При 3% не. Предполагам, че ще се прецакаш. Still a better love story than Twilight. Добре, няма да се пробваме. Като гледам популярния така вод е, че не трябва да се пробваме в момента. Така ли да ви разбирам?
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
They don't like the police around here. Something stirs in you as she is about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes. Before you go, I have some questions for you. Yes? What is it that they have against the police here? The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they are police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. Добре, къде сме по-точно, защото и за това не съм много сигурен. О, Криси, привет, привет. You're in a hostel, sir. Ама къде по-точно в света, бе? We are in Revachol. Revachol. Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation, half a century after a failed world revolution. She is central to our moment in time. Revachol за винаги. Should that mean something to me? You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties. Her accent suggests she's not from around here. She's from Orange, another part of the world. Демек е фейк холандка. Тук има ли връзки с героите и съответно тяхното мнение за теб да се мини с интеракцията? Нямам никаква идея. Не съм си спойлвал абсолютно нищо за играта. И връщай нон-стоп, докато не се навие. Лол! 3% може да си го реролваме до утре, нали знаеш? Оранхе, ако ще е холандско. Добре. Tell me, is it 51 now? It is 51. What century? The current century? And that's what? What number? Centuries don't have numbers, they have names, and this is the current one. How many centuries have there been then? Oh my god. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. She grins. What's so funny? You're right. Her expression turns serious. There is nothing funny about civilization. Okay, your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? There was the usual ruckus, she shrugs. Caramella. Loud disco music. Котешко дупе, също така. Hello. Ето и на вас малко котешко дупе. Да си имате. Да, маци. Хайде. Какво изпускаш от играта, че героят ти е малко като треторазряден homeless drunk ex-molester? И освен това е полицай. Did I have any visitors? I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. She nods towards room number 3. Loud disco music? Oh yes, various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them. She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you. Okay, сетихме се. Oh, that. Yeah, woo! The less said about OO, the better. OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, she sings, but we go on. Alright, mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. What happened? A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time you were yelling along to it. Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of smallest church in Saint-Saëns. Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, what else? That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we are alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. I'm sorry. Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me. Then what happened? Then you started screaming and thrashed the place. И сме сигурни, че не съм бил нападнат. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed, the tape player, probably the song stopped, and furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. Was there anything else? There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. Да, това звучи като мен. Много пиян. Всъщност. Почвам да се идентифицирам прекалено много с тази история. Continue. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5, she nods. And that was it. Добре.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Добре, това е хостелското лоби, така като гледам. Summer door closed for the winter. Ха! This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. Има си сцена за жива музика. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast oceanic soul. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Of course, at this point precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. И какво да пея, ако ми се наложи? You should sing the sad small church song from the tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one. Serves them right, wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. Аха, добре, това ни е новият таск. Да изпеем караоке в хотела. Inland Empire ни е такова. Една от... Не от основните скилове, но един от подскиловете ни, така да го кажем. Така... Добре. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Nosofed плюс 1 health. What? Ко? Къде отиде това? Или моментално се консумира? The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Интересно. До сега е било писано от жена, сега вече е писано от този симпатяга. Gart, the cafeteria manager. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Shit, фейлнахме чека. Сериозно ли? Everything's cool about you. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk. Я да видим първо тази птица каква е. A competent work of taxidermy, the white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is a great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Какво стана с птичката? Тя е такава, препарирана вече. Така че Bible Thump или не. Look, your buddy. Той има voice acting. He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Какво имаш предвид с това, моето приятелче? He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
I'm not the bartender, okay? Okay? Той е кафетерия менеджера. Не е барман. Да знаете. Ако се чудите. He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject. Добре, да се опитаме да го разришкаме по въпроса. И каква е разликата между двете?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Такива са менеджерите в фенси шменси баровете, където ходя аз. Така като го кажеш, да, такива са. Тру. А къде е Силви тогава? Тази, която е написала предходното меню.
She just, you know.
No, I don't know. Къде е Силви? His eyes dart from left to right. The man isn't lying, but he is hiding something. She just what?
So now you're a cop? Forget it.
Не иска да си говорим, така ли излиза? The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1 p.m." Добре. Inside you catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia. A strike poster, some red pennants. A sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for Union members. Doors open at 4 p.m." This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Pinball машина. Играли ли сте пинбол някога? Аз, освен този на Windows XP, имам чувството, че съм имал досег примерно 2 пъти в живота си, ако не и веднъж, до пинбол машина. Каза, че е голяма краста. The theme on the pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes. What are the hallmarks? Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. The idea of a king and a century gone is pretty fascinating. The sentiment is called antisential nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years. Okay. Интересна, но крайно безполезна информация. Ако не знаеш от пинбол машините имат термина tilted. Не знаех. That's nice. Няколко пъти си цъкал, яко е много шарено. Има ли изобщо в България смислено място за пинбол? Огромна. Найс. Като я блъскаш много и блокира.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. Добре, с теб ще си говорим после явно. Нещо ми изкушава просто така до последно да отлагам диалога с този симпатяга. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Electrochemistry. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Трудно ми е да кажа. Час? Pretty long, it's drink o'clock. Lol. Like an hour? Sweet lord, a whole hour? And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself. Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick the stain off the counter. No. Don't lick it. Come on. Pull yourself together. What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Find booze and drink it е следващия ми квест. Това е. Квест в RPG. Намери алкохол и го изпий. Спящ работник от доковете. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. What? On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Я да видим това парченце пластика. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John. Какви са тези хапчета? Магнези. The man doesn't mind. You probably need them more than he does. Привет, Мишо. Добре дошъл в една психиделична диско приказка. You've just picked up medicine. NPC-то, което ми го казва е Tutorial Agent. Не мога. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen. Above your character portrait. Click on the plus icon to heal your morale if you have morale damage. Okay. Добре. Да се опитаме ли да му откраднем? Може пък да ни потрябва тази ID карта. Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. And the man? The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. Предполагам, че едното ще е свързано с лор, другото е пари. Нямам идея. Може би мога да взема и двете. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, ми казва визуалната ми калкулация, you look nothing like the man on the document. Добре, ще трябва да го фалшифицираме, ако ще го ползваме по-нататък. Пет парички. You find a black paper note with a woman profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. Както всяка хубава банкнота, която ти подават в дюнерджиницата. Хубавка и мазничка. Close the carabiner. Да се опитаме ли да го събуждаме този пичага? Звучи като глупава идея. След като го обрахме. Все повече си сигурен, че е по нашото Черноморие. Морето смърди, хотела е гаден, кърлив полицай. Има нещо такова. Tasks. Find booze and drink it. Sing karaoke. Айде, да си говорим с него в крайна сметка. Kim Kitsuragi, a bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket, is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. Perception. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer. Добре, да му стиснем ръката.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Prison 57. You must be from the 41st.
Okay. You realize he's waiting for your name. Да си измислим име. Сега е момента. Концептуализираме име за себе си. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire, looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go. Say nothing.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you haven't been otherwise occupied. You mean him? Not towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Ние сме тук за някакво престъпление? Место престъпление при това?
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon
това
as
ще е
I know
гнусна гледка.
anything to the owner.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police? I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizen militia on your sleeve and on your back. He points to your jacket. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it, but for now I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things. You mean internal affairs? Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Okay then. Привет, Фейлон. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees. Ни казва логиката. He concludes, but first we have to take it down. I can't remember anything though. He looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now, but I have seen officers go through much worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby, but as I said, the dead body should be our number one concern. Добре, нещо друго завършене? Talk to the manager, then we go out back and take the body down. Height. After you, officer. If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge? Ни казва логиката. Да, къде ни е значката, бе? You mean you don't have a badge? Не беше с мен, когато се събудих. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. Може би това до някъде отговаря въпроса на Asterix, дали имаме още хора с нас. Имаме поне още един. С тази дама можем ли да говорим вече?
I see you met up with your colleague.
Yes. The lieutenant nods politely. Wait, who's Sweetie? Does that mean you like me, lady?
You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw, and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
Too old and too married. Двата кардинални гряха в дамската книга.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. Esprit de corps. This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. The fuck? Това ми го казва някаква част от психиката ми? You seem to be in a chair. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic. A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion. A grenade? Did you fight in a war? No, dear, I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty. I feel like I was in a war. Oh my, what happened? I think I lost. That's how I feel about the accident. She looks down and then up at you again. I was a training and developmental manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. What the fuck? You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. I'm sorry to mention the wheelchair, let's move on. That's quite alright, I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing, or anything really. Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox, but surely things can't be that bad. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. Oh my. It takes a moment to process. You know where we are, right? The Whirling in Rags cafeteria was on my keys. That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? In Revachol? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Revachol is the disgraced capital of the world, something like that. Yes, great. See, we're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor, tattered as she may be? All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s. The new disco dancing. It seemed like a lifetime ago. Her eyes are filled with light reflected off those gilded ears, when the city seemed full of possibility. Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world, a rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yeah? It's the spring of 51. That is right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Kind green ape pen. What? Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. I can tell this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? What? Нямам никаква идея. Some kind of democracy, maybe? Nope, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a special administrative region under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is, she thinks, market-driven. Meaning, buying is voting. If there's no government, how come there's cops? Oh dear, she shakes her head, suddenly very worried. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged. Каква е тази революция, за която споменава? A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. And what does that have to do with there not being any cops? It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. Предполагам, че този разговор ще го довършваме с тази напред в играта. В някакъв момент. Как се справихме с първоначалните си отговори поне? You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word. It's very odd. A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook. But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what this world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary. So I wouldn't worry too much. Някой може ли да ми каже повече в такъв случай? Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask. She turns to the lieutenant. No, he looks away. I am not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective. Of course, she turns to you. Then, I don't know. Someone rich, maybe. Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central. How would you like to roll with me? Her eyes light up. Whatever do you mean? I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, reading backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Sequence killers? Oh my. She sounds impressed. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie. A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I know, but there are also side mysteries. Sequence killers and forays into the paranatural. I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez. Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble, she turns to you. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Що бе? 3 глави е по-добре от 2. Thank you, but... She looks out the window wistfully. Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. She turns back to you with a hopeful glint in her eyes. Perhaps another time. Добре, ами, толкова. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. She gives you a small wave. Привет, Forsaken. Как не си ме виждал, бе, приятелю? През последната седмица съм си бил, както винаги, от 2 часа след обедите тук. Ти къде си се изгубил по-скоро? Много време. За кратко имахме почивка около коледните празници, евентуално това. Да, моля те само за кирилицата, че наистина ръчкаме всеки да. Така, дали да не ударя все пак един превентивен сейф? До момента сме си доста окей с справянето с чекове. Might as well. The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... What is gold and orange like a forest fire, but smells like liquor? I'm currently in between names. Oh my god. Не, say nothing. Какво мисля за Death Stranding? Ще й напиша по-пространно ревю, но накратко мога да кажа, че е... противоречива игра по адски много показатели. Може да ти хареса много в някои аспекти, да ти хареса малко в други и няма лесен отговор, що се отнася до нея. За мен си заслужаваше, но не мога да отрека, че имаше адски много недостатъци. Сама по себе си. Комбат система има ли? Мисля, че не. Изиграх ли я цялата? Да. Вчера я приключих. Филма ще се изненадаш, има и игри, в които не се биеш с никой. И има нужда и от такива, по принцип. Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
Като FIFA, например. Идеален пример.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call the Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? With Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
Това е голям образ.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. Right then, questions. I got this. Garte's face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa. Where exactly is the body? Behind the building there is a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoisted him up on a tree there. And how do we get there then? That's easy. See the door there? He points to the west. First you exit through that, then you go right and you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through. This man means the heavy cavalry of innocence, Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind, 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamellar and carried guns, but first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous. Why did Sylvie go away? Haven't you asked me this already? What is it with you and that woman? She has nothing to do with this. No. Before I asked you where. Now I'm asking you why she left. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back, and because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that. The lieutenant opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Thank you, he says. Didn't go well? I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. Everything has something to do with everything. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. Така. И разбира се големия въпрос. Кой е убиеца? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they if he doesn't know? Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who do you mean by they? Oh, he's a bit surprised you caught that. People are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. Who exactly is saying that? The locals, customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me about everyone knows the dock work. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it. Did the Debradors themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor? I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. Куподиолите Debradors. Защо работниците на доковете биха го линчували този човек? I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do. You mean the strike? Yes, the strike. He makes little quotation marks with his fingers. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. Окей, може би сега е големия въпрос. Ти ли го уби? What are Are you crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. Добре, струваше си въпроса, I guess. The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook. Всъщност това е всичко, май. Питали сме за в общи линии всичко до момента. That is all. Not so fast. Garte points to you. You owe me 130 real. Дължим пари за стаята. И ние определено нямаме толкова. Лол, ролнахме успешно и избягахме навън. As you blow this joint, behind you a whiny voice shouts. Real up, no. Real mature, man. Real mature. Добре, браво на нас. Даже успяхме да духнем и да не си плащаме задължението. О, окей, били сме все пак на минус 1 хелт. Знаех си, че нещо не ни е наред. Така. Постоянно сейвове е мотото на такъв тип игри, by the way. Ако не знаете, аз да ви кажа. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. The street signs reads, "Fuck the police. Coming straight from the underground." И така нататък. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Чаровно.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
RCM. Това полицаите ли са? You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
Well, I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. The street sign says fuck the police. Oh, she cranes her neck. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. And what about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these pigs? I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it. Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving. Дори може да кажеш, нали? Той просто е принтирано в съзнанието ти с този ритъм. No need to worry, the lieutenant steps in. We're not saying that you did. Okay, well, I didn't. She leans back, shoulders relaxing. Who are you, exactly? Me? I'm just the gardener. She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else. In her rigid posture. There's more to you than that. Is there? The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong. Maybe. Pleased to meet you, just the gardener. I have another question. We need some directions. Така, къде е тялото, като за начало? She points north. Окей. Къде съм аз? The intersection is called Roundabout North. What is up in the north? There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some minor tenements, not a lot. Така, на изток. Добре. If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy. Се опитаме да изземем ръкавичките поне. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Супер. Даже може да ги екипираме най-вероятно. Или? Аха. Плюс едно interfacing. Thick latex gardening gloves in classic canary yellow. Maybe you should retire. Take up gardening as a hobby. It's worth a thought. Привет, бандонира. Бивам. Наченахме една доста тежка диалогова игра. Диско Elysium. Ето там е входа към трупа, така като гледам. Да се огледаме. Не, всъщност да отидем в крайна сметка на там първо. There's bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Окей, интересно. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 8B. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Някой е минавал от тук, където е сцената на престъплението. Се опитаме да реконструираме движението. Shit. What kind of vehicle drove through here? Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. Добре. Да се надяваме, че не сме изтървали нищо важно. Това домофон ли е? Да. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. There's several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Колко по-точно? What? Какво стана? Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? I'm seriously running out of shits to give. Let corpses hang on trees. I'm quitting. Fuck you. I wish I was fucking dead. Fuck you, fuck you. Wow, okay. I wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve it. I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging district, but poverty does not make one a loser. Poverty is just poverty. Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Вау, Critical фейлнах някакъв чек и умрях. Това буквално е умирането според мен. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. It's because the Furrows lost that match, said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while. Satellite Officer Jean Vicamar, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Mac Tarson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all." Окей, втори опит. Може ли този път да не critical фейлваме? Карамела, помогни ми, бе. Как да не се отчаям напълно от живота? Пак ли стана същото? What? Защо? Не е възможно да е фиксирано. Да, окей. Бъгна се пък сега. И все пак е инди игричка. Има някои проблеми. How about now? Привет, Сириус. Пих 2 бири и се прибрах, Сириус. Абсолютно нищо особено не е било. Аха, окей. Ето, че можело. How many boots? Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Standard work boot. Всичките са работнически. Steel reinforced boots. Освен този. An aberration, light as air, even pace. Same make of boot, but number 41. Male or female? Impossible to tell, could have also been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. I'm pretty good at this. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way.
Колко? Пита лейтенанта. 8. I was pretty off then. I counted 20. Now, the same guys are going back and forth. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. He points to his glasses. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? Light step, number 41 shoe. A woman or a kid? No way to be sure. A heavy shoe, 200 kilogram imprint. 200, he thinks for a moment. Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man. He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. One of them was carrying him over. Звучи като доста логично нещо. Possibly, yes. But why? Why did they have to carry him? Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just marched him up to the gallows. Maybe he wasn't conscious. Even easier to carry him on a stretcher or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else do you see? An aberration. One sole is smoother than the other. Interesting. Let's name it the odd sole. Any ideas, Lieutenant? Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor, he thinks for a second. Or maybe a drummer. Barabanist? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We're not looking for a drummer. He raises his index finger. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. Освен да кимнем на това. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Around the traffic jam. Как пък? В смисъл, окей, по принцип, обаче как ще си набележим заподозрян в някакво задръстване? В смисъл, what? How does that even make sense? Привет, Бастор. Нали? Ето, издайническите белези на европейска игра. How old do you think these tracks are? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging. It is not impossible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for the coastal revocal. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day. Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken a place a week ago. Какво мислиш, че се е случило тук изобщо? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching. Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. I think we have a firm understanding of what happened here.
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself. Either way, he concludes. What else? Майче, това е всичко. Поне на този етап, защото имаме да изследваме още доста неща. Има ли Quick Save? Да, F5 е Quick Save. Thank fuck. $20 реал и лекарство. The winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Добре. Това какво е? Pile of Eternites. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite. Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material? Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid palette, easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. What is this? It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against the old shack. Glad you asked. Казва енциклопедичното ни познание. When junior researcher Yolari Tal invented Eternite in the Vyatarna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever, hence the name Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect. Well, shit. Фейлнахме чек. Мога да презареждам по принцип, ама е доста читърско, не знам дали да го правим по този начин. Малко ми се струва чизи. Малко ми се струва кашкавалено, както се казва. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Билки ли? Какви билки в тази оранжерия? The kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. The ladder is for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Какво правят те хлапета тук изобщо? The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, never goofy, Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey kid, a word, police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you. Това цензура ли беше току-що? The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes, and his jaw is twitching, as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. Hold on, what does that mean? The kid is obviously high. Wow, какви реплики имаме като избор. Stop getting high at my crime scene или stop using slurs at my crime scene. I'm stumped. Stop getting high обаче ме кефи супер много, така че не ще кажа. Малки друсани хлапенца. Holy shit. Нещо против севенето преди всеки отговор в Ace Attorney ли чух? Виж сега, и аз се изкушавам супер много, но съм чел, че за разлика, нали, от нещо като Ace Attorney, в тази игричка специално има забавни
развой на събитията, които не са непременно, нали, провал, не са failure states. Тоест имаш нещо забавно и интересно като развой на събитията, дори ако фейлнеш чек. Така че не е, нали, game over екрана, който те чака, ако объркаш нещата в есата. Тъй... I think they're saying faggot. I'm just... Това не пречи да седна върху F5. Разбира се, че не пречи, ако искаш играеш по всякакъв начин.
The rake, Kuno!
The rake?
You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener!
Ох, това е... Шотландски акцент ли ще дойде това? Или... Кокней? Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit! Fucking entrapment shit!
Entrapment shit? Horror point and click. Ooh, коя е тя? If you don't mind me asking. Me and Caramella are asking, actually. Нали, душки? See, this is why I have a cat and not kids. Точно тук на екрана. Fast. This kid has got street smarts. Look, I have questions for you. Или пък siblings въпроса. Shit, нямам идея.
Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Oh, I forget. Look, you little dipshit. I have questions for you.
Alright. Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Някой много се забавлява с тази voice acting роля. The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast. The body, what do you know about it? Shitload pig, what's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. This is where you quickly ask him questions, real cop questions, like a cop. Всяко от тези трите е legit въпрос. В смисъл... Do you know who he was? Kuno's fuck gimp! He picks up a rock. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice? He is trying to hide the fact that he does not know. So you don't know anything. Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. He shakes his head, clearly offended. Trying to make the Kuno sing to the poopophone? Popophone? Всъщност. Do you know how he got up there? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when the shit went down. So you didn't see it happening. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revocol. He puffs himself up. Kuno wasn't original. Oh, okay. Where did you go then? I don't know. Some fucking... He looks around trying to come up with something.
Mescorp, I don't know. Some other place, Night City. Night City не е ли името на града в Cyberpunk, впрочем? Wait a minute. Kuno was in fucking Night City? There is no Night City anywhere. Sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel. По принцип ме забавлява и двете опции да ги кажа, но най-вероятно ще си изгубя шанса да му задам истински смислен въпрос, така че ще действам по същество. Okay, about the dead body. Yeah? Kuno didn't smoke him, if that's what you mean? He draws snot up his nose. Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can cross off the list. Казва логиката ни. Okay. You seen anyone suspicious around? Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt? That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno. Yeah, you tell the Fagari, Kuno. This is faggots, мисля. Няма начин да не е. Okay, more on that later. Right now, let's talk about something else. You testing Kuno's patience here? Get lost, faggot. The fuck is wrong with that kid? Мисля, че персепшъна, да мек наблюдателността ни каза, че буквално е друсан. В смисъл. He's high right now. Добре, да го питаме за... местопрестъплението, предполагам. You kids often play in this yard? Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo? Fuck do you want with it? The ladder. Ever climb it? Look at that fucking shit, he screeches. You trying to get Kuno killed? So you would say the ladder is unclimbable. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno doesn't fucking acrobat. The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook. It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno! What is wrong with your high voice? Опитам си voice acting диапазона 1. Или по-скоро се опитам да ви помогна да не заспите на стрим. What's in the greenhouse over there? I don't know, he shrugs. Kiptaz Gardener used to work here. Kiptaz Gardener? Това подио ли такова ще? Да не е тази на ъгъла на улицата. Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara, I guess? Not so much anymore. Hold on, the gardener used to work here. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can't take it. He fills his lungs with the rancid air. His eyes get a little watery. Shit's nothing to Kuno. You mean the young woman by the whirling in rags, the gardener? Ах, тази глезена котка. Най-глезената котка. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. He looks you in the eye and nods, as if agreeing with himself. Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March, anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Енциклопедичното ни познание ни казва, че fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil after a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
Не, ще я питаме по въпроса. Тя криеше нещо и не я разпитахме предния път, но този път ще я попитаме. Yeah, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being that suspicious. Ох, моля ви се, вижте я просто. Мацо. Ешь. Kuno, there's a stack of Eternite back there. It's just some shit-roofing gimps left behind. Lazy drinks? He's hiding something. Ни казва драмата. Are you hiding something? Pig. If Kuno was hiding something, it would be hidden, he says with exaggerated confidence. But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again. Добре. Who's a good human? Да. I'm the goodest of humans. И да, взех и лакомство. Жене успех, така ще кажа. Само. Така. Добре, последния въпрос. I gotta ask, who's Kuno? Kuno's Kuno, pig? The boy points to his chest with both thumbs. It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid is using third-person perspective as a shield. Бих му задал този въпрос, но се опасявам, че просто няма да разбере това, което му казвам. So you refer to yourself in third person? The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person. Ох, не мога. Този диалог. Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the window, overlooking the yard. Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape! Help! The boy joins in. He's got the Kuno! Help! Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before... Предполагам, че наистина трябва да изчезна от тук. Like now. Добре, че го питах първо другите въпроси. Yeah, get out of here before Kuno beats the shit out of you. Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you. Bang! Get fucked by the Kuno, you hear him say as you walk away. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back. Така. 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 Събрал съм бая таскове. Абе, Плейнот, ти докъде си на тая игра? Мина ли я? Баси лапетата. Нали? Лапетата всъщност, аз пък лапетата. Почвам да си бъркам езиците. Колко е дълга, чисто информативно? При мен ще е двойно по-дълга, защото чета всичко на гласа, ама както и да е. The letter R wears a crown. On a ribbon below, a light above, descending. This is the logo of the municipality of Revocol. Зависи колко идиотски ти е героя.
Trash container. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says whirling in rags. Това е просто въпроса. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. Just a trash container? There is no such thing. Your fingers start to itch just looking at the padlock. Първият ти беше на 30 часа, понеже търси всеки възможен разговор. Вторият ти фейл на брутално преди 10 часа. Вау, окей. Тоест може да си локнеш играта в някакъв момент. Okay, that's interesting. How do we get the lock open? We could try using a pry bar. There is one in my motor carriage. Or, Lieutenant? Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. Добре. Това определено е повече Crime Investigation игра, отколкото RPG в смисъла на Pure за Eternity или Divinity.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step closer to the edge, and
Looks
I'm
like
about
it's
to
time for me to go, Kuno. Pigs come
be
to
a
take
pig.
me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me. Боже господи. Hey kid.
What is this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face! You got something? Talk to me!
So it's a girl. Interesting.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, Kutavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here! Get the fuck out of here!
Autosave. What?
I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
Oh, lol.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the case they gave me.
What the fuck?
I'll
What
die
the
before
fuck?
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Вау. Имам 3% шанс да ударя емпатичния чек. Никакъв. Просто няма да стане. Добре. Да видим тялото, в крайна сметка. Не можеш да го набиеш. Ами, на този етап не. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. God, why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one's judging. He's about to blow! The cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Take the chance. Добре. 3%, Jesus. Let go of your nose without throwing up. Или поне така ще се опитаме. С нашите епични 2 endurance. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Try to walk away. Nope. Класика. Too late. It's impossible to keep it in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab. Знаете ли, може би всъщност е за добро. Очистили сме, ударили сме ресет бутона на системата, така че след мощния запой и така, абсорбирането на дихания от труп, може би това беше най-доброто нещо, което може да направим в този момент. Fucking corpse. The lieutenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Keep it, he says. Thanks. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. You think it would help? If you can handle the headache, he nods. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. But not you. I can't handle the headache. It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you. Добре, амоняк, откъде? There's Frite nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, he points to the greenhouse. There is a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell. Pretty clever. Having the ammonia is a modifier to the endurance check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them. Ти да видиш. Добре. Евентуално и другите фейлнати чекове ще мога да направя с модифайери. Не знам дали ми се повишават статистиките с течение на играта, но... What? Аха, т.е. когато придобия картата, ще имам тези пинчета по нея. Предполагам, че това е идеята. Though it's a little hard to say. Items. Dockworker shift card. Kind green apple pan. What? Добре. Тук не мога да го ретрайна, нали така? Wait, мога? The fuck? There's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That is why they're too orderly. Let's pull the panels aside. Така ли, Нивке? Добре. Сподели коя е тя. Shabby little door. What is this then? A tool shed. He peeks inside. Let's investigate. Let us investigate indeed. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Ох, сега се сещам за песничката и да мога да си изкарам от главата. Къде я намери, Нивки? A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine, sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There is a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean. От старо японско предаване, което са давали между 65 и 85. Holy fuck. Добре, ще си го потърся там. Оля, Плами, как си днес? Ох. I wasn't thinking about taking it. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? No, I'm just a regular detective. Thank you very much. Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere. Perhaps not. He looks at you. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, he points to the ladder in the corner. See the ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use. Cool. Industrial? Някакви парички. The poster says, get out of the way or get fucked up. Нещо си настинала, но ти е криво. Съжалявам да го чуя. An empty tube of magnesium supplements. A magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live happy magnesium-rich life. Wow. Cured pig's head. Looks mummified. Изобщо не е странно. Нямам идея къде излизам, by the way. Ето къде излизам. Чакай. Малко ми е трудно да преценя откъде мога да мина и откъде не мога да мина. В така... Как да го кажа? Свободно интерпретираните текстури, които има тая игра. Лекарство. The doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Nazi. Postcard. Grand Couron 37. Why do I care? This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like a sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiates and hepatitis B infested slum. Вече съм цветен, да. Всъщност, знаете ли, ще си преместя камерата тук някъде. Не знам, къде би било подходящо, как мислите? Може би Playnote да ми каже, защото е играл вече играта. Горе ляво. До лицата на другите. Окей, ама като излезе диалог, ще стане проблем. Си мисля. Не, че не ви го чета целия, така че може би... Може би така е окей. Добре, няма да го мисля прекалено, пак кой знае колко ми се набие на очи. Да, така е най-стилно.
Yes?
You seem to be following me. Excuse me. Nothing, just an observation. You have a... He's looking for the right words. A distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. What do you mean distinctive? I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but it's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. How's that? They say it's a seeing clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic yet thorough, prioritizes containers. Тази е бавка. Fourth wall е бавка. I love it. Upside down си камерата. Така. И ето от тук да бъде. Така ли? Добре. Ей, така ми харесва доста. Yes, but containers contain things, shiny things. They're interesting. That's racist. I don't prioritize containers. I am sure you don't. It's just a stupid interdepartmental thing. I'm making assumptions. We should move on. Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? If we are from different precincts, why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a... He considers the phrasing a pissing competition. What do you mean? You do not know. His eyes narrow. I assumed you were in on it. You know what I'm in on. Retrograde amnesia. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. Cop-off? It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Oh, you should tell me now. This seems relevant. Later. His voice is unflinching. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Каквото и да е, пичая. Каквото и да е. Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. The guy behind the counter thinks some union people hanged a man. Then you're not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you? Sure. Я да видим той какво знае. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in the Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver has been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of the dispute. Does the briefing say who the victim was? A security guard or worker of some sort,
hired by Wild Pines. There was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. Why didn't we know anything about the caller? They did not identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Why hide themselves? There is a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Какво точно е RCM? Предполагам, че е полицията в кавички, но все пак да питам. That is us. The Revocable Citizens Militia. We're the police in the city. Окей. Когато послушаш плейнота. Окей. Спирам с тези абсурдни моменти. Играта е достатъчно абсурдна сама по себе си. Привет, Ице. The RCM, or the Revocable Citizens Militia, is the police force you're part of, a self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revocable. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer. That's right. Would you say this is a mysterious case? The lieutenant considers your question for a moment. Before answering, no, it is not a particularly mysterious case. И що така? The lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't think the case getting more mysterious than that. Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious. Then you're in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a peace, not just the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself. Is this strike, then, or the first shots of a workers' coup? I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM present, and the Union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. But is it a strike or an attempted coup? Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it. Brigandage, най-вероятно всъщност. Тази игра не предразполагам достатъчно простене в чата, оставя ви културни. Благодаря ви така или иначе. Надявам се, че ви е интересна поне мъничко и че успявам с четенето си да я направя като приказка, като аудиокнига. Имам приятели днес. Всякакви, най-вече космати. Аз съм се преместил ли? Не, така, окей. Мато. Не, в всички мисля, че има. Най-малкото в Steam и GOG със сигурност. Моите в Steam. You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form. Това е. We should ground the workers into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. We should ground the owners into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. With this little foreknowledge, I am unsure which side to grind into pig's feed. The decision must ferment in me. Also, nationalism. I don't think grounding one or the other side into pig's feed will do anyone favors. I am really smart. I've spent the last 20 seconds deciding on which side to ground into pig feed. Why? When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I mean we should be careful. If we're not, the shit will blow right in our faces. Kim makes a quick gesture towards his visage, where the shit would blow. From an imaginary Обичам тези вметки от собствената ни психика. Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? I think you should know that I can't remember anything. Kim does not respond. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even. I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved. Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? But I'm completely lacking in basic information about even the organization we're in. Can you help me? Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9. If you're still having trouble, then I can give you orientation. So what should I concentrate on? Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. What's wrong with personal affairs? Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy. The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as a chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this. I'm afraid this is a medical situation. Really? The lieutenant gives you a look, thorough as if performing triage. You look fine to me. I am talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life. It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazaran. I want to talk about you now. Me? Yeah, you. I don't see how my life is put into the investigation. We'll work better together if we have more reports. That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? You're wearing glasses. Това е наблюдението просто. 2 часа по-късно. You're wearing glasses. That is correct. Failure? Как така failure, бе? Мамичката ти. Oh. You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. Вау! Не съм достатъчно мъжествен, затова да го сдухам, че носи очила.
Смятайте. Just observing. Pet the kitty. Okay. I pet the kitty. Краличка. I pet the kitty. The kitty is content. The kitty is happy. You're an adult with long greasy hair and a beer belly. Ouch! Опитам се, окей. Как сладичко въздъхна. Не я чухте, обаче беше едно такова задоволено въздъхване. You don't look like other people around here. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side, he shakes his head. It's not an interesting topic. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. What is Seoul? It's part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, peninsulary. What the fuck is a peninsulary state west of the Insulindian Isola? Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious. You're only making it sound uninteresting. I want to know more about Seoul. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. He seems almost proud of these things. I'm a regular Revacolier. A point of pride to him, ни казва нашата риторика. Tell me a secret about yourself. The lieutenant narrows a single eyebrow. No. No, do tell me. Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. Whoa. Major Mojo имаме от неговата вежда. Тя толкова ни е сковала на едно място, че не смеем да го питаме за негова тайна втори път. It's like you're locked down. What is happening to me? Не знам, не мога да не се сета за момента в FLCL анимето с веждите на главния антагонист в кавички. So good. What's happening to me? Eyebrows. Something the matter, detective? Още един failure. Come on! What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. Give up. There's nothing you can do. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself. Do you ever talk with yourself? What do you mean? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain? I have no idea what you're talking about. The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. But this isn't an old-school case. So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything? I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook. The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. Колко разбиращо от моята концепция за концептуализиране. Концептуализира се. That's all for now. Така, тук сме изчели всичко. Добре, поговорихме си и с него, защото имаше нужда. Не го бяхме ръчкали от началото на играта. Моята концепция за концептуализиране, това тотално не беше нарочен каламбур, плейнотче. Брейнфризнах. И аз брейнфризвам вече няколко пъти от тази игра, повярвай. 90 реал. Slowly but surely ще натрупаме достатъчно парички, че да си платим дълга в хотела. Това какво е? Seriously? О, то е качено от... О, господи. Добре, само това е малко шибано. Арта е красив, но перспективата ми куца в него. Прекалено е пастелно всичкото и не мога да разбера през повечето време къде съм точно. Policeman cloak. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing there. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back. You son of a gun, it's a cop cloak! Yes, it is probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. He judges the drop. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. Oh shit. Look around. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous... Whoa. Crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK. Kvalsund 1020 HK. Is it? He looks at you, impressed. Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal even for them. But I digress. We're focusing on your cloak here. What exactly are we doing up here? What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or could it be that we're just exploring? Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump? The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it, he looks over the ledge at the cold pavement below. Well, it does not seem too dangerous. 2 meters tops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you. The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? Да скачаме ли чат? 42% шанс. И можем да го ретрайнем, ако паднем. Do a backflip. Do a barrel roll. Паднахме ли? Паднахме. Не, фейлнахме. Holy wow, that's high. Doesn't seem dangerous. The lieutenant must be crazy to suggest that. This is certain death. Vertigo almost pushes you over the edge. Morale critical. Shit. Сега ще си умра ли? Е така. Бавате ли се с мен? Умрях. Буквално умрях. Но не умрях от това, че скочих от високо, умрях от щупване на съзнанието ми. Добре, къде ми е автосейва в такъв случай? Играе персонаж с много нисък, как да го кажа? ниска търпимост към провал, нещо такова. Добре, F5 този път. Защото, Jesus. Са, впрочем, брои ли се, че сме говорили с него за всичко? Окей. Поне е било след разговора ни. Автосейва. Стига да е. Буквално ще се случи абсолютно същото нещо, by the way. Може ли поне да не е критикал? Добре, не разбирам защо ми източва. Или то просто трябва да... Окей. Той е като quick time event буквално. Трябва да си използваш consumable преди да умреш. Fuck this though. Yay! Получи ни се, for once. Това е. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you. Това е тъпа идея, която си скочил на някъде. I'm just saying. Continue the voyage through the salty air. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline. I knew you could do it, the lieutenant exclaims. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now. With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in. Плюс едно Esprit de Corpse и Shivers. Whatever the fuck that means. It's a nice cloak though. Освен това ни дава по-добър бонус от Диско Ass Блейзъра. Тоест дава ни същото като него, плюс още едно. Плюс още една статистика. Добре, това е положително, I guess. Поне да е worth. До там ли го докара? Фейланче. Добре дошици, аз пък съм го докарал до тук, обаче ще сейвна и ще спра за днес. Съжалявам за по-късичкия стрим, но имаме подкаст и имам да свърша някои неща преди него, което означава да приключа просто една идея по-раничко. Това бяха малко повече от 3 часа от тази, поне за мен, свръх любопитна игричка. Не знам вие как я чувствате, може би няма да ви е най-любимата стрим поредица на всички времена, но се надявам поне с нещо да ви спечели. До подкаста от 8:30 днес и да, хубав следобед. Защото е следобед, все още е следобед, мамка му. Следобед е, окей? Следобед е. До 8 часа е следобед. Fine? Fine.